today?
Murashov.
What did you see out of him in preseason games?
Yeah, I mean, what you saw in games and practice, extremely competitive, athletic, just always in the battle there, loose pucks, scrums, everything else. And then what you see off the ice is a guy who's extremely, extremely driven, very diligent in terms of his training, his preparation. And so obviously been back now for a little bit, got some practices in, and just continue to see the same things. So it's, you got a young guy playing his first NHL game. It's awesome. Excited for him.
In your experience, how does having a rookie goalie making his debut affect the rest of the team?
Well, I think it goes along with anybody who's playing their first game. I think everybody's going to play hard in front of them, hard for them. That's the expectation. I think you'd say that there. It's obviously with goalies, but I think that's with any player who's getting that first NHL game. I mean, you think about it's a long road for anybody, and it's an exciting time. You think obviously for him, but also for family back home, for all the people that helped out along the way. It ends up being a special day for everybody. So expectation is we're gonna play hard in front of them.
Dan Heinen, last game he played on the wing, the game before he played in center after he was recalled. He had indicated he hadn't played much center in his career before going to Wilkes and playing some games there, and obviously it worked out for him in terms of the production. Was there any instruction from management or coaches to adapt to that position, maybe figure things out there when he went to Wilkes?
No, that wasn't that for him going in. That it was, and from my conversations with Kirk, it was, when he got there, it was something that there was a need. It was, I think in the American League, one of the nice things you have is you can try things like that and not be as worried about all right, is this going to work? And so, I think it was great by Kirk and his staff of presenting that opportunity to him and to be able to see. And then with Anthony, he did a really good job there in the middle. And even while it has been mostly on the wing here in these last couple of games, he's also ended up there in the middle a couple of times. And I felt good. I thought he made some good reads, the coverage down low. There's obviously some things that end up being a little bit different, but I think even as a wing sometimes, and some guys are more prone just based on the way they play to end up as that low forward and in that center position. And I think he kind of fits that, where it's, while it might not be something that he's done a ton of, he's been in that position before, and so it just adds some more versatility for him, and it adds some more options for us too.
Yesterday, Anthony gets in the fight with Dylan after the big hit there. But it looked like, at least on the replay, it looked like he waited until Blake had that scoring chance there before formally engaging, I guess. First off, what's that say about Anthony in terms of stepping up for a teammate, but also just, I guess, the patience he had there to allow Blake to kind of follow through on his chance before stopping Clay, I guess.
Yeah, I think on the first part of it, it's great by him. Obviously he sees a teammate on the ice, and great by him. And so, in terms of his waiting until the shot had been taken, I haven't asked him that. I honestly, it's after the fact watching the film that kind of I noticed the same thing. I was looking at a player on the ice, and then but it does look like there was some timing to it. I'd have to ask him to know if that was actually something that he was thinking of.
It just seems like with the benefit of 10 years, he understands how to be a professional. Some of those little things that maybe go unsaid that he has a full understanding of.
He definitely does. And